Welcome. To day 21 for 23 days, 23 videos for the 23 years out of my life. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today was a calm, free flowing day. Let me break that down. I want to show you and tell you about what freedom felt like to me today. I don't know what was going on. Earlier this morning, I woke up. Even though last night was a long night, it was closed out, as you can see probably from the other video. I didn't get back till really late, and I had to get back, and I had homework to do, so I probably didn't go to sleep until about midnight. I went to sleep at midnight, shirt still on, socks still on, and just went to sleep. I was so tired. Had an essay to write, had some things to do, and I was just completely worn out. I woke up this morning maybe around 7:15 or so. Because I mean, when I tell you it went to bed straight at midnight, it was like as soon as midnight clock turned to the next day, out. And I woke up and I had nothing like to necessarily think about. And I had a feeling that these are one of the thoughts of, if you're working in the corporate world, this is how a lot of the stresses and stuff build up. A lot of times during the week, oh, I have this thing to do at work. I have these clients to meet. I have these members to meet, this, that, and the third. And you start to get overwhelmed. And that's the first thing you think about early in the morning rather than thinking about, man, hey, I'm alive. I'm able to wake up for another day. I'm able to see another day. And that moment when I woke up this morning, I was like, man, this is a brand new day. And God opened the door for me yesterday, allowing me to not stress about anything for work, taking care of me for that, but then now allow me to flow into my day to day. And I remembered, oh, I have a member that's coming in at 1 o'clock today. Cool, I have time, can wait for that. But I felt like, oh, I needed to be in a hurry. I had to rush. I had to grab a whole bunch of stuff because I think I needed to head to work. And normally that's the time I need to get to the bus. I need to get to the bus at the right time so I can catch the train and then catch the train to walk to, it's all over the place. But this morning was just like, oh, I really don't have much, I don't have a rush to be anywhere. There's some work that I can get done for my business and then can cook breakfast, make some food for myself, and enjoy my morning. Enjoyed my morning and actually ended up getting to close by downtown crossing, more actually like at State Street, if you know that where that is in Boston, if any of you are from Boston. I was at State Street and I just ended up walking around and my heart started beating like fast. And I didn't know what was going on. I don't know if it was anxiety. I didn't know if I started getting nervous. I didn't know what was going on. Stress is why I don't know what was going on. And I was just asking myself, like, what is going on? What is bothering you so much rather than trying to avoid it, rather than trying to neglect that feeling. I just sat back and while I was walking, just thinking like, what's going on? What's happening, AJ? What's going on with you? And in the conversation, I noticed that I started getting into that rush again. Started feeling like I was late and I started needing to be fast paced and there was so many people around and I started getting like the overstimulation. I'm sure a lot of you have felt that before of having so many noises happening around. It's not like New York City, but it's a lot of noises going around. There's construction going on, a lot of people honking at each other, a lot of people talking different languages, speaking fast, some loud, some quiet, and a lot of people around. A lot of people in a rush, a lot of people moving slow, and so the pace is just all over the place. And I felt like the black sheep out of all of the white sheep, and I felt like there was nowhere to go. Like I felt like there was so much going on, and I literally stopped and I just slowed down, actually slowed down my pace. And I'm just looking around, and it ended up like I'm walking around much slower, and I start seeing a lot of signs for different things, aka like relationships, being with a significant other. That was one of the biggest things that I was able to notice in Boston today. It felt nice outside, so I was able to see a lot of people walking around. But one of the biggest signs that came up to me today was just relationships. Not necessarily has to be like boyfriend, girlfriend. If you're living in Boston, you know that everybody is free roam. It's a free open world, and you see everything. But you see the relationships. You see people walking side by side with each other, connecting with one another, talking with one another. And that was the biggest piece that I learned, is having that connection and having that relationship building in this area. This is my moment. This is why I'm supposed to be here. Not to necessarily find a significant other, but to develop relationships with people. And I started to pick that up, and I started to notice, as I started to pick that up, things just started to like release. Things started to, I wasn't as anxious anymore. I wasn't like panicking. I can't tell you why. This is the reasoning for it. It just popped up. And this was just one way of God showing me of something that I needed to just keep my eyes on. As I continued to like have that thought fade, things just started like brightening up. Sun started low-key coming up. Felt like a movie. Sun started coming up. I see a guy in a teddy bear costume playing the guitar. People, I got it on recording. I, Everything just started like opening up, and it felt like the coolest thing in the world. I started taking pictures of the theater, sending the theater to my mom, because my mom loves theater. It just felt so good. I ended up getting to Equinox, and when I get there, I have my tour with my people, and they ended up being a couple as well. And it had to be one of the most like heartwarming tours that I've ever given. Tears started to low key like fill up our eyes as we were talking with each other, talking about the story. You know, why did you get into the jobs that you were doing? Why did you get into the careers that you were doing? And then giving me advice on things that maybe I could be doing in certain contexts. They want to put me in contact with certain people. Every door just started opening up, and I got to see just how people connected with one another. And as soon as we start having conversations, the conversation led to talking about relationships again. Listening to him talking about relationships, he said he's a cardiologist. And in his hospital, one of the signs and one of the like quotes of his building says, in order to change, like if you really want to change lives, or you really want to, if you want to care about people, and the best way to care about people is to care about people. And it was something along those lines. But in my way of interpreting it, the best way you are going to connect with anyone, the best way you are going to actually connect and make a relationship with anyone, is to truly care about them. Actually care about them. If you want to be like, oh, I want to be the person that can care about all these other people, I want to care about the world, I want to take care of everyone, but ultimately you're always just short shortcomings with like any conversations. Anytime somebody's talking to you and giving you advice or pouring their heart out to you, you're not really paying attention. You need to start looking back, and how much are you truly caring about these other people? How much are you truly listening and actually understanding and feeling how they're feeling? There's so much that comes involved with it. And once I started to just listen and be observant of all the things that God was telling me of just about relationships, this was when I started to feel the areas of freedom. Of not like every day is not like, set in stone, it's got to be like this. These are the things it's got to do. You need to wake up and do these, whatever. There are signs and there are things out there in the world that you can just listen to and observe. Listen, use your ears, use your eyes, watch the things that are going on around you. Be aware of the things going on around you. Because some of the biggest things that you are needing in life to make the next step, to make the next leap, may be right in front of you. Something that can help guide your career, guide your path, guide you as a man, can be right in front of you. You just need to open your eyes and open your ears and be observant of it. That's the only thing out of my soapbox I want to give to you, is just be observant of everything. I went grocery shopping and stuff today, had to haul my stuff, but I felt myself getting a little heavier, Had to stand on my toes, but getting a little heavier, putting a little size on. Feeling like I'm definitely putting some mass on, but we feel solid. Feeling solid. Feeling solid. Love to see it. Thank you guys for tuning in for day 21. I will see you guys at day 22.